Sadness sets in following the death of a Trotwood police officer. Good evening, I'm Katie Houston.
And I'm Mark Allen. Officials confirm that police officer David Yaney died this morning after hitting an embankment and crashing into a ravine. It happened on Trotwood Road in Inglewood. Dive teams were called to the scene, but were unable to save the life of the veteran police officer. Megan O'Rourke's been working the story all day for us. Joins us live with our top story at 5. Megan.
Mark, Katie, right now the officers here at Trotwood PD are mourning. Today they lost a co-worker and a friend, and as news spread throughout the law enforcement community, many of them rushed to the scene. Amidst the flashing emergency lights were police officers fighting tears. Their friend, Trotwood officer David Yaney, the victim of the fatal crash they'd been called to investigate. Around 5:45 this morning, a witness dialed 911 to report he'd seen a truck go over the embankment and into a creek bed on Trotwood Road in Inglewood.
Are you able to talk to the person in the vehicle?
Inglewood emergency crews were on scene within 3 minutes. But the darkness and deep water were working against them.
With the winter weather like this, I bet the water's pretty high. It could be up to 10 feet.
Officers say the truck was completely submerged and even with flashlights barely visible. They called in dive crews and rushed to try and rescue Yaney.
At any time you've got a victim that's in the water, and certainly there's always a possibility of having a viable victim after an extended amount of time being submerged in cold water. So for quite a while we worked this from a rescue standpoint, but when it became obvious, Fire Incident Command turned this to a recovery operation.
After about 4 hours of searching, officers found Yaney's body. His red pickup truck was also pulled from the water.
Whenever we have a fatality, it's always a very difficult operation to work through, especially an extended operation in difficult conditions such as this.
News of Officer Yaney's death affecting not only his fellow law enforcement brothers and sisters, but also strangers like Michael Mitchell, who lives nearby.
See that it was a cop, that's pretty bad. You know, we always have people out here trying to help everybody, and it's really sad to see such a tragic accident like this.
A tragedy that for Trotwood officers has hit home. Now, police tell me they're still not sure what caused Officer Yaney to crash. They did have an accident reconstruction team out at the scene, and they are still investigating. Now, coming up tonight on 2 News at 6, you'll hear from the Trotwood Police Chief, his reaction to the crash. Reporting live in Trotwood, Megan O'Rourke, 2 News.